said, who told you you got a commutation? I said, I sat up on the bed. I said, I told you, the Lord told me. He said, man, look at here. He pulled out the Detroit News and Detroit Free Press. And he said, man, you going home. You just got a commutation from the president of the United States. I said, what, he said, no, man, you on CNN. I'm trying to tell you, we just been watching you. And I said, oh my God. So I mean, that's how I found out. I got on the floor, thank God. And then I got in the bunk and went to sleep. You know, I was believing God for a miracle that for 7 years and 300 something days. And so it happened. I was wore out. And so I went to sleep. They came back at 3 in the morning. How did you sleep? They got you on CNN. You going home. They're talking about you. They got reaction from Detroit. And I'm like, man, listen, it's over with, you know.
Wow.
The warden actually came at 5 in the morning. And this is how crazy it is. It's kind of like a biblical story. He said, I'm going to get you out of here quick and quiet. I said, okay, all right. So he let me call home. When I had called the house, it was like 6 in the morning at this time. All I hear is screaming. So I say hello. My sister answered the phone. So my sons, my aunt, my cousins, they all drove. They started driving at about 10. My sons came up from Florida. They were all in Atlanta. Came up from Florida. Everybody came. So they all get to the house and I called. And they all, we know it. And I said, well, they didn't tell me I was leaving today. See, I didn't have any information. They wouldn't give me any information. And so my my sister said, no, we'll see you today. And that's when the warden grabbed the phone because she wasn't supposed to say that, but she wanted to give me something. But anyway, they got me right out of there. I walked out of the front door, no chains, no nothing for the first time in that long. Beating on their windows all over the yard because I had to walk from the back of the yard to the front. So I'm throwing up the deuces, thanking folks for praying for me. Because it's hard to walk through with God through that process. Because I'm telling people I'm getting out of here. He's gonna make a way. I'm preaching about it. I'm teaching in the chapel about it. And people thought I was nuts right up until I walked out that front door. And they walked right to the airport, right up to Delta counter, gave me a ticket right through the TSA. And I got right on the plane and went home. And I mean, it was an amazing day that day because I saw how quickly things can turn around with that wind behind your back. And, after that, I wanted to thank Donald Trump. I spent a couple years trying to thank him. My sons wanted to go thank him personally. I never met Donald Trump, never had a conversation with Donald Trump. The last meeting where he decided to give me the commutation was January 12th, 2021, where he was in the room with Jared Kushner, the White House counsel, and Alice Johnson. And he asked Alice Johnson, I got this story from Alice and Jared Kushner. He asked her, what do you want, Alice? What do you want me to help you with before I get out of here? Now, mind you, this is after January 6th. People are going crazy. They're calling for his resignation. And he's having a conversation about me in the Oval Office, a prison. Wow. Crazy to me. And so Alice, who I'd never met at this point either, I had never met Alice, never had a conversation with her. She said, I want you to help Kwame Kilpatrick. Can you give him a commutation? And the White House counsel objects. No, we're not letting him out, blah, 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 blah. Me and Alice already had a conversation. And Trump told the White House counsel to sit down. He said, I'm gonna help your guy, Alice. That's all he said. That was at 6 p.m.-ish on the night of the 12th. On the morning of the 13th at 8 o'clock in the morning, he signed my commutation. They embargoed it to the 20th when they told everybody else.